Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the greatest live show of all time. That is right, everybody. With that being said, hello, Carolyn. Oh my God, you're literally the first person in chat. I think you technically sent that right before stream started. But damn, impressive. But yeah, with that being said, hello, Carol Owen. Shortcake 08, Link of TW, Lily Lettuce, Desire Arc, Lexi, Missouri Railroad Productions, Relic Forge Co., Florida Man, Kanan Lewis. What did Florida Man say that he just retracted? I have no idea, honestly. Anyways, I need to drink water. I'm very thirsty. Hello, Fixie Pixie. Good to see you again. Makeup looks awesome. Thank you. I love how I literally only know how to do mascara. And like, that's all I gotta do. And then it's like, damn. I basically got a full face of makeup. You know? I mean, that's not necessarily how it works, but, you know. I just got back from the lake. Real, honestly. Thanks for the stream. You beautiful fucking Blastoise. Well, I don't even know what that means. Love the choker. Hell yeah. Let's go. But yeah, chat, how are y'all doing today? Are you doing good? Y'all better be doing good, or else I'm gonna be very sad. Alright? Which is the opposite of happy. I don't know if it's just my service, but it's lagging. Chat, am I lagging? I better not be lagging. I'm gonna be very sad if I'm lagging. Alright? If I'm lagging, I won't be a happy camper. You're not lagging? Okay. I see. I'm doing okay. I got out of a toxic relationship yesterday. Well, congratulations, Owen. I'm so happy to hear that. Not lagging. All good. You're not lagging. I'm good. Okay. Alright, I think it's just on your end, Fixie Pixie. I think that's a you problem today. Finally, for once, it's chat's problem if I'm lagging instead of mine. Because I'm not lagging. Let's go! Where are you camping? Inside of my room. The best location for camping trips that there could possibly be. That's right. Chat, does anybody remember the whole... Also, hello, Vital Crafter. It's very good to see you again. You always have a home in fake North Korea. Thank you, fake Kim Jong-un. I really appreciate that. I forgot my Discord password, so I can't log in. Oh, rip. That sucks. Anyways. What was I gonna talk about? Oh yeah, does anybody remember the Destiny incest debate? Does anyone remember that? Where he wasn't actually in favor of incest. He would just, like, play devil's advocate to show that people don't actually understand why they believe the things that they do. Yeah, dude. I finished up my my ethics course very recently that I took over the summer. And what's a good way of putting it? Dude, one of the Google Slides, or I think it was a PowerPoint presentation that I converted to Google Slides. Either way, it doesn't matter. Dude, one of the slides for, like, arguments for and against something was literally that. It was literally the fucking Destiny incest debate. I'm not even joking. Like, that was like an actual thing. That was an actual... It wasn't like an in-class activity or anything like that, but still. The fact that was on the slides. I meant to bring that up, but I kept forgetting. Dude, it is hilarious. That of all the many issues, all right, that was the first one to show up on the slides. as examples of different debates related to ethics. You know? I also watched a 3-year-old Boy debate today, which is what reminded me of it. Because he was debating Zen Shapiro, not to be confused with Ben Shapiro, okay? They're two different people. But yeah, basically the incest debate question came up from Zen Shapiro. Well, if you subscribe to utilitarianism, doesn't that justify incest in the case of two identical twins that are consenting? The answer is no. The answer that Boy gave was kind of dog shit, but that's because he doesn't really do ethics. He doesn't really talk about ethics. So, like, dude knows less than fucking me, okay? Or even I know more than him, and I'm a retarded YouTuber, okay? I live streamed shorts for a part-time living, all right? I'm like the bottom of the barrel. Okay, maybe not the bottom of the barrel. Okay, I'm the top of the barrel when it comes to YouTube short streams. But YouTube short streams as a format are just like fundamentally, as a rule, the bottom of the barrel. Now an error that Boy used, an error in Boy's strategy was that rather than, I don't know, doing the normal thing, maybe not the normal thing, but the logical thing, and being an act utilitarian, he decided to become a rule utilitarian for that debate. Again, he didn't know anything about ethics, so it's fair. Like, he just did a bunch of research before the debate. But it is a very interesting case. Because intuitively, it would be easy to say, well, it doesn't say, well, the outcome of the action itself is actually justifiable. Therefore, the action is okay under act utilitarianism. But what this doesn't account for is there's going to be the act itself and the act of allowing the act. Okay? You see how those are two separate things? It may seem similar, but they're not. Right? Now, what are the outcomes of allowing for this act to occur? Or for normalizing such an act? What are the ramifications of normalizing incest? See, you could say that in like a vacuum scenario, like as an isolated incident where nobody knows, you could technically say, well, there was no moral wrongdoing there, right? Absent of any society. But what I would also add on to that is the act of normalizing it is wrong, right? That would be the wrongness, right? Because there would be unintended ramifications of that. Does that make sense? Right? Because nothing occurs absent of a society, right? Everything isn't within the context of a society, right? And it would be a net harm for society to say, yeah, I think that incest is okay sometimes, right? I think it is morally good that we have a disgust response against incest in a more broad sense. Does that make sense? Like, there are going to be some cases in which that is a good thing, right? And I can make this argument as an act utilitarian. You know, I felt very slandered by Boy, the rule utilitarian. I don't know if he's still a rule utilitarian. That shit was 3 years ago. You might have debated Synth or somebody like that after the fact, if somebody like that saw it. But yeah, I thought that was interesting. It's like, no, it's actually not necessarily the case that an act utilitarian society would allow for that, right? Anyways. Fem Shapiro, hell yeah. Hey, thank you, Tao Crafter, for the $15, you beautiful fucking bastard. Saying W Mascara Game. I couldn't possibly agree more. Thank you so much. Feel free to request 2 Skirt Go Spinnies or me purring into the mic. Or wait, no, it's $15. You actually have both. Or 3 Skirt Go Spinnies. Or yeah, I don't know. Something like that. Anyways. If you were my sister, I'd be incestuous. Okay, all right. 3 spinnies, sure. All right, bet. All right, donor rewards are always in the description, chat. For anyone that's new here, you can donate through Super Chat or Streamlabs. Either works. Though I will say, YouTube does take 30% of all Super Chats, but people do it out of convenience. Sometimes Streamlabs is a little bit of a hassle. I get that, right? You just press the $ and go from there. But Streamlabs is also relatively convenient. It's not something. It's like mildly less convenient. Streamlabs link is in the pinned message as per usual. Streamlabs.com/Femyoz/tip. Now then, this is I didn't put thigh highs on today. I just realized that. Chat. I got distracted. Okay. I'm wearing socks though. Honestly, I can spin faster with this. I hope that wasn't too fast, was it? That better not have been. Cute. Yeah. I'm wearing socks, so it's anyways, W spinnies, hell yeah. Oh hey, you're live again, cool. Hell yeah. I need to create like a stream schedule because that's the only way that I can get myself to have some semblance of a sleep schedule. Right? You're so cute. By the way, I'm a gay guy. I assume then you mean like in the like the same way that you would say it to like a cis woman, right? I hope you're not saying like I'm attracted to you by that. I don't know, I can't tell. There's a lot of people that rage bait. Myself included. I'm not immune to rage bait. I'm not immune to rage bait. I'm a gay girl and I think you cute for real, for real. Thank you. Evie Lilac. I saw you in the chat of like this one schizophrenic MAGA person. And you recognized me because I was there too. I got permabanned. Because I got him to freak out. He was like, mods, ban them. And I'm like, wow, that's some bitch behavior. God damn. Like, bro is having a crash. Dude, he's such a bitch. He fucking made it members only. Like, what a cuck, dude. Like, bro had a crash out stream and decided to put it behind a fucking paywall, dude. Like, that's so pathetic. Actually pathetic. You're really hot and I'm straight. Well, hell yeah. Anyways. Did you trans into a boy or a girl? No hate, just don't know how to say it right. I transed into a girl. Yes, very Bo Blacksian of him indeed. It's the same way that Bo Blacks started, what was it, members? I think initially he made them all members only, but I think he ended up privating them, if I'm not mistaken. After he got shit for like people started making fun of him because he had like 100 tipster bully streams. I did not know that he had that many. I didn't realize. And I saw that there was even more when somebody, I guess, gifted him memberships. And I think somebody gave him one gifted membership and I got the membership because I was there for that stream. And then I saw like a shit ton, like a fuck ton of like members only tipster bully streams. Like, I thought it was just like occasionally I'd see Bo Blacks' live. And like he'd be talking about tipster and I'm like, oh haha, that's funny. That's like a good meme. I didn't realize it was like his entire channel. Or they had a kid with they use any and all pronouns, I think. Unless they've changed it recently. I'm not sure. I don't think they have. I haven't heard anything about them recently. Sorry if that was rude. I'm not very good with words. I'm autistic. No worries. I say rude shit all the time. I don't think what you said was rude. At least not in my eyes. But I'm also autistic. So, yeah. Is it black? Yes, I actually have a BBC. If you didn't know already. Alright? It's, yeah. It's like an 8-inch BBC. Can you guys stop asking what color it is? Well, yeah, exactly. We already know the answer. I have a BBC. I have a big black cock. It's 8 inches. Hey, Femyoz. Hello, Tia. Very good to see you again. What is wrong with you? A lot of things. A lot of things. What's wrong with you, chat, is you guys haven't liked the stream yet. I can't believe you. Make sure to double tap the smash like. Chat, we're currently streaming in front of oh my god, I almost said 553. No, 100, I wish. We're streaming in front of 153 of our closest friends and family. All right, but we only have 28 likes. All right, chat. Can we fix that? I know for a fact we easily can fix that, all right? Double tap the smash like. It's free, easy, no logical reason not to do it. It boosts me in the algorithm. All right, I'm one of the only, if not the only, YouTube Shorts creator. Or sorry, YouTube Shorts live streamer. That's not like a complete fucking bot, all right? Like most of these channels that do it are like tarot card readings and like other boring shit like that, or AI slop. Anyways. Want my number? Not particularly. Not particularly. I don't know what I would use it for. Anyways. What's your size? Very large. The largest option, actually. Anyways. I'd hit it. Hell yeah. You have good taste. Do you remember me? I'm the Christian that supports you. You're valid. Hell yeah. One of the good Christians. I do recognize you, Decora. I do recognize you. Anyways. Crank your size to the max. Yeah, there's actually like, you know, like the, there's like a little, dude, what is the thing called where it's like, it's got like the thing that sticks out of it and you like spin the thing. Like, yeah, it's like got one of those that adjusts the size. That's how we do it. How do you find cute clothes? Do you usually thrift, Depop, or buy off? I buy everything online. I just like go on Amazon or Shein. Occasionally Temu, and if something looks good, then I buy it and hope for the best. Because, you know, when you buy cheap ass shit, you know, you're gonna have to hope that it lasts a while. Anyways. Are you gonna brush your hair today? I already did. If I brush it more, it's gonna get, like, more dried and split-endy. Alright? I don't need that. I don't need it to be more dried and split-endy. I love your hair, Lamau. Hell yeah. How do you have the whole British Broadcasting Center? Yeah, that's a good question. That's a good question. I have all 8 inches of it. Is it winter yet? Gee golly, part of me kind of wishes. It's like so hot out. Or like fall. I feel like fall is I don't know. I feel like spring objectively is the best season, right? Like, okay, aside from like okay, like if you have less stuff that you have to do in the summer, if you have more free time, then yeah, the summer's gonna be better on that basis. But in terms of weather alone, like the spring is objectively the best, right? Because like the fall just like feels cold. Because like you're used to it being hot outside. But like, you know, spring feels nice. You know what I mean? Thoughts on my favorite YouTuber, Cheeto? Dude, he got into a fight with a fire and lost. I mean, I don't know, man. Me personally, I would never lose a fight to a fire. I mean, that's just me personally. I would just use the fire extinguisher, the greatest weapon of all time. I have a BBC-sized crush on you. Let's go. I came out to my Christian parents. They support me. Yay. Let's fucking go. Do you believe in God? Nah. Winter is my favorite season because I love wearing big, heavy coats. Yeah, I don't know. I my favorite season's definitely spring. Yeah. Then fall, then winter, then summer. Yeah. Yeah, because like if it's hot outside, then it's like, what the fuck are you meant to do? You like if your air conditioner isn't working at full capacity, or if you're upstairs, if you're upstairs or somewhere where the air can't, properly circulate, good luck. Have fun with that. You know? It's anyways. If hypothetically I make you fan art and send it to the Discord, will you finally mod me? Yeah, fuck it, sure, why not? Anyways. Bangs are cute as hell. Would support a Femyoz bangs arc. You know what? I should get bangs. Repent and turn from the sin. Why don't you repent to this dick instead? You ever thought of that? Yeah, that's right. I bet you won't, alright? You're scared. You're scared of my big black cock, alright? Alright, your girlfriend loves my 8 inches. Your mom loves it even more, alright? Actually, there's a good chance you don't have a girlfriend, so that doesn't really make any sense. But, yeah, anyways. What type of drugs are you on? Fentanyl! I love fentanyl. Chat, make sure to use the Streamlabs link in the pin message to donate to my fentanyl addiction, alright? That is the Fent Fund, alright? Very important. I will, if you donate to me, I will make sure to spend all of your money as irresponsibly as possible. So make sure to donate so I can spend all of the money on fentanyl. That's right. Streamlabs.com/Femyoz/tip. Any and all donations are always very much appreciated. They help keep the channel afloat. Donor rewards are in the description. They are rewards per the request of the donator. OMG, so edgy and dark, guys. Watch out for this badass over here. Dude, you're just anti-fun. You hate fun. So much. Dude, we're having a good time and the fucking fun police show up? God damn. OMG, you're so pretty. Thank you. Also do a backflip. No, I don't think I will. Thinking your ideology is wrong is not transphobia, but we do accept your decision to do whatever you want. What is my ideology? Do you know what my ideology is? Like, what is my ideology? What does it entail? Like, do you think that all trans people collectively share one ideology? Ah, yes, the ideology of transgender. You know? The one that universally binds us all. Of course. Or, alternatively, you're, essentializing all of us into having one most likely straw man argument of trans issues. Anyways, market socialism. Well, yeah, but like they're not gonna know that. Maybe they disagree with me on the basis of being a market socialist, but I don't think that that's what they disagree with me on. I don't think that they take issue with the fact that I'm a market socialist. Or maybe they do now that they know, but that's not what they were initially trying to say. Right? If they were, they would be like, you're wrong about market socialism. Capitalism is based and market socialism bad. That's what they would say. Everyone knows exactly what you believe because you're just validating my point. You think that on the sole basis of somebody being trans, that solely dictates what their ideological positions are. Like, do you not see why that's fucking stupid? You validated mine? How? You're strawmanning now? No, that's like an accurate representation of the thing that you just said, right? If you say that everyone knows exactly what you believe because you're trans, that means that you can determine someone's belief on the basis of them being trans. That necessarily indicates that all trans people believe exactly the same thing. And that there can't possibly be any deviation of beliefs amongst trans people. That's what that entails. You're kind of gay, Femi? True. Pattern recognition. Well, I've recognized a pattern that, all the pedophiles I see are straight white men. So, therefore, straight white men are bad. And you see why that's fucking stupid? Like, there's a reason that it would be wrong to believe that. I'm an anarcho-communist personally, but I don't know how markets would or even could work under socialism. Yes, like the main thing that I'm in favor of is what I like to call super democracy, okay? It's like, or democracy plus. You know, a lot of things you could call it. Where basically, democracy extends to the workplace, for instance, right? It could be the case that we have workers that elect their CEOs, managers, etc., right? I also think that consumers should have like a percentage of the vote as well in order to ensure consumer-friendly policies, right? Anyways, what's your favorite food? Vomit. That's right. Vomit mixed with light bulbs and umbrellas. I came up with that because I have an umbrella light over there. Yeah. Your soul is cooked, bro. Souls aren't real. There's no evidence of them. Like what? What's your hyperfixation? Cock and ball torture. That's right. Girl dick is the best. Very true. Very true. Favorite food is okay, no. Batao Crafter, do I have to demod and permaban you? This is slander. You're saying that my favorite food is pineapple pizza? What kind of disgusting, degenerate freak do you think I am? Can you speak Spanish? Sí, pero mi español es una puta mierda. Entonces, no hablo español mucho. No hablo mucho español porque es horrible. Anyways. Dude, no, lasagna is also a crime against humanity, alright? I don't know why people like lasagna, alright? Also, chat, I just noticed. We're very close to 100 likes. We have over 200 viewers right now, which is actually wild. Chat, can we get 100 likes before we get to the 29-minute mark? We're like half a minute away. All right, double tap. Can we do it? We're only 12 likes away. Just 12. If 12 of you double tap within the next 20 seconds, we'll be at 100 likes within the 20. Holy fuck, that was faster than I thought. God damn. God damn. Yo, thank you for the 100 likes. Keep double tapping, of course. Oh my god, it keeps going up. Holy shit. Yo, that's crazy. Holy fuck. Holy fuckaboli. God damn, thank you for all the support. Oh my god, dude, it keeps going up. Holy shit, the likes keep going up. What the fuck? Yo, that's crazy. Dude, people are just continuing to double. God damn. We were at, what was it, like 87 likes? Like less than a minute ago, and now we're at 134. Holy shit. I think I need to do that more often. I think that like the time limit thing works. Like saying, can we do it before such and such time? You get excited over likes? Yes, I do. I'm a clout goblin. Can't you tell? All right. I need to have my shit boosted in the algorithm in order to, increase the chances of people donating in order to fund my fentanyl addiction. That's why it's so exciting. All right? Do you have any positive male role models? Yes, George Floyd. I do fentanyl just like him. That's right. Anyways, one day I'm gonna overdose on Copney though, all right? That's my biggest fear. All right? We can't have that happening. Anyways, with that being said, but yeah, thank you for all the support. Oh my god, you guys are awesome. Based Floyd Maxers in chat, type 1. Yes, one in chat if you're George Floyd Maxing and love fentanyl. That's right. I did some fentanyl in 2020. I died for 8 minutes. Real. See, look, everyone loves fentanyl, all right? You're in the minority if you don't love fentanyl, all right? Dude, look at all of the fentanyl enjoyers in chat. You are literally a girl? That's true. Rasky, astute observation. How did you know? Anyways, but what is a woman? Somebody who identifies within the feminine social archetype. Yeah, you thought I was gonna give some bullshit circular definition. No, I'm good. I don't define it using the word woman in it. Anyways. Really don't understand how people think saying, quote, Jesus loves you is something meant to demean another person's actions. Jesus loves everybody. I don't think people think it's demeaning. I think people think it's annoying. It's like, dude, not everybody is religious. Like, stop assuming that we are. Hey, thank you, Raven, for the 6 Canadian. Saying, hey, just wanted to ask, why do they call it an oven when you of the food in? Or sorry, when you of in the hot... Oh my god. Hey, just wanted to ask, why do they call it an oven when you of in the food of hot out eat the food? Please spend this on fent. Well, thank you very much. I will make sure to spend it on fentanyl. That was a very confusing message. My brain fucking broke reading that. Anyways. Can I bust your Okay, that's a crazy thing to say. South Park transphobic? I don't know. Maybe sometimes I haven't seen enough. Well, I saw a lot of South Park when I was younger. I don't know. I'd have to like watch a large amount of South Park, including rewatching a bunch of episodes, in order to conclude whether or not it is. I'm not aware of it being Maybe I'm guessing it's like mildly transphobic in some older episodes. That's my guess. I don't know. That could be the case. Anyways. But the thing is I think that you can make transphobic jokes without being transphobic. Does that make sense? Like, I guarantee you South Park has definitely made transphobic jokes, right? But that doesn't make South Park transphobic. The reason being that they're fucking jokes. Who cares? Right? Like, the same way that they have made racist jokes, but that doesn't mean that South Park is fucking racist, right? Like, they just, like, make fun of things, right? They're professional making fun of things people, all right? But, I don't know, maybe there have been a few times where they've like, injected their actual political positions into it, right? Because not everything is going to be devoid of politics, even, like, comedy, right? Like, there are times where it might use comedy in order to, like, make fun of something that exists, like, in real life, right? And it could be, like, an inaccurate or hyperbolic representation. I don't know. You sort of have to judge it on a case-by-case basis. But usually, I err on the side of letting people joke about whatever they want. Anyways, South Park writers are mad. Or sorry. South Park writers are lame. They caved in when Muslims got mad at them for making fun of their prophet spineless. Yeah, that's some pussy shit. Alright, I'll just say it, alright? The Prophet Muhammad is a pedophile, alright? He fucked a 9-year-old. Alright? He was an adult and he fucked a child. That's like, if that's not a pedo, then I don't know what is. Yeah, I'm not afraid to say it. The same way that I'm not afraid to say that Christianity is fucking retarded, right? And also, Jesus had a foot fetish. He died and stayed dead. Rip Bozo. R.I.P. Bozo. Also, didn't God from the Christian Bible like do a genocide? Isn't that a thing he did? Isn't there like a something in the Bible? I don't remember. I think it might have been Deuteronomy. There's something about how basically if a guy rapes a woman or a girl, like a child, like a female child essentially, no matter what, they have to get married. That's a real thing. So to clarify, I'm not just saying that the Prophet Muhammad is a pedophile to be edgy. I'm saying it to be morally consistent. All right? Because I mean, let's be real, the most consistent motherfucker there is. Anyways. No, I'm just anti-Abrahamic religion in general. Yo, thank you, Pure Invictus Gaming, for the $5. You beautiful fucking bastard. To all the guys saying they could snap or choke her, even if she'd let you try, I'm sure you're not big enough. Go bug someone else. Real. Very real. OMG, you're beautiful. Thank you, Loriana. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that. Anyways. You're the most consistent when you don't even know your gender. No, I'm aware of the fact that I am a woman, right? That's what I identify as, right? When have I ever contradicted that? And no, me referring to myself as anything else in the past does not count if it's before I came out as trans, okay? I think that you can change your view of yourself over time in terms of understanding yourself, right? I figured out eventually that dysphoria wasn't going to go away on its own, and that I just had to accept the fact that I'm a woman. Also, thank you, Tom, for the 2 Canadian, saying Jesus canonically has a foot fetish. This is true. Anyways. Yes, anyways, indeed. Let's see. Trans, I thought you were a prostitute. I mean, I don't know. How many prostitutes can do this voice? I don't know, man. Kind of a challenging voice to do if all you do is prostitution. You know, maybe I should become a prostitute. Yeah, you guys would like that, wouldn't you? You guys would like it if I was a prostitute and I was like, hey, yo, what's up, gang? What's up, gang? I'm gonna need $50 for this anal sex session. Hey, thank you, Austin Henry, for the $5. Ya beautiful fucking bastard. That's right. You sound like my boyfriend. Let's fucking go. $50, lol, the fuck? Look, I don't know how much you charge per session. I have no idea. That's probably a bit low. But I don't know. Depends on how many sessions you can do. And who your clientele is. Anyways. These people wish they could afford you. Yeah. Let me just say it would take a lot more than $50 for me to cave in and say, yeah, I'm gonna have sex with you. For most people. A lot more than 50. And that's to say that for most people it's not gonna be for sale. Right? And I don't conflate that with like a me saying that I'm worth more than prostitutes, right? I'm really not. Right? I'm not saying that to demean them. Right? It's going to be the case that people that are into prostitution don't really have much of a choice. They have no other way of making ends meet in many cases. They're oftentimes exploited and taken advantage of. It's not a life that I would want to live. Right? It's not a life that most people want to live. Right? So it has nothing to do with self-respect or anything like that. And everything to do with, you know, Me just not wanting to be taken advantage of. You know? Now, if the person who's taking advantage of me is hot, now that's a little bit of a different story. If they're taking advantage of me in the way that I like, then that's based actually. Anyways, you're so pretty. Thank you, loser clown. 988. Hope you're having a good day. Lamau double standards? What are the double standards? I'm very confused. What are my double standards? Explain that. Explain that to me. I need to know. What have I said that contradicts another thing that I said that I still believe? Inconsistent? Yeah. What's the inconsistency? Person seems very nice. Why do people want to be such exploitatives? Yeah, I don't know. Well, the topic that I'm touching on, right, is that, like, people are exploited every day, right? It's not just prostitutes, right? Now, me personally, I've never had the misfortune of having to be a prostitute, right? Now, I'm sure that there are, like, a few prostitutes out there that genuinely enjoy it, which I think is great for them, but I think that that's far and few in between. I think most of the time it's people trying to make ends meet, right? Anyways. Yeah, some people get exploited without money. Well, yes. Absolutely. That is true. You can't be serious, lol? Why not? Dude, I'm not serious. I can't be serious because I think it's bad when people are forced into prostitution because they can't make ends meet. You can't seriously believe that that's a bad thing. No, I do think it's a bad thing. Now, granted, if someone does it of their own volition because they want to, then that's what I support. Does that make sense? Anyways. How old are you? How old do I look? How old do you think I am? All right, that's the real question. All right. Do you have an OnlyFans? Well, I made an OnlyFans as a joke. I don't know. Maybe I'll make some content on there one day. We'll see. I'm guessing 23, 21. You look 19 to 21. Between 17 and 25. 40 with Botox. That's a crazy response. No, I haven't had any Botox. I don't think I'll need it for a long time. I don't know how. I don't think I'd ever want to get it though, because it probably would look worse. 22, like 19, 53 easily. 22. I think you're 32, but so am I. Yeah, I feel like people are definitely biased towards increasing or decreasing the age depending on how old they are. I think that people that are... I'm guessing people that are younger are more likely to say... Actually, no, that's not true. Wait, who's more likely to say an older age? Old or young people? Probably old people, right? Or... Nah, because then it's like... Nah, because there's more of a disconnect, right? Because then if you're like 50, then it's like... Young people all kind of blend in a little bit. So it'd be like more difficult to tell the difference. Yeah, anyways. But yeah, I'm 21. Younger people say older. I think it depends. I think it depends on how young somebody is. I don't know. I think it's also gonna depend on like their perception of like whether or not you have shit figured out. So like, I don't know. And eventually you come to the realization that you're never gonna have shit figured out. Like maybe you will to an extent, but like nobody actually knows what they're doing in life. They're just going through the motions. Let's be real. You've got a talent for yapping, not gonna lie. Yeah, that's why I'm a live streamer. That's what live streaming is. It's a live stream, yes, there shall be yapping. Exactly. Exactly. You live at home, transitioning around, your folks gotta be hell. No, it's actually not too bad. But yeah. I think that people's perception of whether or not someone has their shit figured out determines, in part, like, how old they think somebody is. So, like, somebody might see, and again, if they think I'm, like, a successful YouTuber that's doing this full time, they don't know how YouTube works, but most people don't know how YouTube works, okay? I would not be able to, I'm just gonna say this is way the fuck too unstable, and does not pay enough to do full time. That's all I'm gonna say. But people might see the big number and they're like, damn, this person has their shit figured out, right? So they might, like, if they're younger, they might guess older, right? They're like, well, this person's got to be an adult. They got their shit figured out, right? I don't. Talent for yapping? Well, she is a woman. You know, you got a point. Got a point. Who is saying age is just a number? What are you talking about? What is that in response to? Anyways. Do you remember me from last stream? You look familiar. You look familiar. I think I did see you a couple days ago. Yeah. How old are you? Did we just have that discussion? 21. You also have to be entertaining to be successful, and yeah, well, that's like the bare minimum requirement. That's like the minimum, right? There's going to be a lot more than just being entertaining. There are plenty of entertaining people that don't make it. It's kind of the only requirement. That's not true at all, right? Like if somebody uploads once a year, that's their upload schedule. Even if it's like an hour-long video, they're not going to be able to make ends meet with it, no matter how fucking entertaining they are. All right? That's just not going to happen. Right? If you're building a channel from the ground up, good luck with that. Genuinely good luck with that. Mid-tier Twincon to low-tier Passoid. Let's fucking go! I'm a low-tier... Dude, I call it semi-Passoidhood. That's what I call it. That's what I call myself, is like a semi-Passoid. Anyways. What's your opinion on Courtney Love? I don't know who that is. I'm gonna be so real. Boof your meth grandpa? Oh yeah, let's fucking go. Dude, I love meth. It's my favorite. What about you guys? Do you guys like meth? I know I sure do. Can I ask about your transition? Sorry, I'm ignorant on the issue and I would like to learn more, but I don't want to offend. Yeah, sure. Don't worry about offending me with questions, you know? Like, if you're asking questions in good faith, like, ask away. Like, that's, like, the healthy thing to do. I don't know. I know that there are going to be a lot of people that are jaded, that are, like, don't ask questions. Not don't ask questions, but, like, they don't respond kindly. And I think it's just because, like, A, they've heard, like, the same questions a lot of times. I can attest to that as somebody that's heard the same questions a lot of times. And B, a lot of people do ask questions in bad faith. So, yeah, that's sort of where that comes from. But I'm generally very open to reasonable questions. When did you know how to start? I find it very interesting. So that's kind of a complex answer for me because I know that I think the oldest I would have been when I had some idea, I guess, would be when I was 5. Yeah, I think 5. So I guess I don't know. I don't think I had a. I don't know if I secretly wished I was a girl before that when I was 4. I don't know, but I remember from the age of 5, I began secretly wishing, you know, that I was a girl. I was like, you know, if there was like a magical button I could press to turn myself into a girl, you know, I would press the ever living fuck out of it. Okay, that was sort of my thought process. Now eventually over time, I realized that, you know, um, well, I guess it wasn't a realization. It was more like I don't know if I'd say anti-realization because it's like a bad thing, but over time taught myself, I guess, how to like repress it. Because I figured out very quickly that, you know, uh, for whatever reason, it seems to be the case that all of the other boys around me don't express this. Nobody else expresses this. Nobody talks about this. So this must either be one of two things. Either A, it's exclusively a me thing, or B, every boy secretly wishes that they were a girl. But you're not supposed to tell anyone, and you're supposed to grow up and be a man anyways. Okay? That was what I thought at the time. That was sort of my reasoning. So over time, I learned to repress, force myself to be more masculine, etc. I tried everything I could to convince myself that I was a dude, or that I was supposed to be a dude, right? Now, eventually, I became a little bit more open, just a little bit, right? I came out as bisexual, in my freshman year of high school, and I think sophomore year, I found out about femboys. Okay, I found out about femboys. I think from browsing Reddit. And I was like, yo, I am so fucking envious of these motherfuckers. They pull it off so well, and this is like attainable. If I work hard enough, I could be like this. I'm like also like skinny as fuck. I just got to grow my hair out, shave my legs, and buy some clothes. So that was a very intimidating process. So eventually I did that. Okay. And then eventually I found out about twink death being a thing. And I'm like, I do not want to experience that. I don't want to look more masculine. I hate that. So then I decided to become a quote unquote HRT femboy. Which means that you take estrogen as a quote unquote guy. Now, I at this point, I was aware that I wasn't entirely the guy, because I'd moved further left in a lot of positions. So I'd realized that I was most likely, I don't know, at least back then, based on what I thought, okay, I'm at the very least some sort of non-binary identity, right? So I used any and all pronouns. I was like, well, I don't know if I'd say I'm a man. Use he, him if you want. But, yeah, I don't really give a fuck. Right? That was sort of my thought process at the time. Eventually, a few months into HRT, I think like many months into HRT, like seven is more than a few, I think, right? Yeah, like 7 months or so on HRT, there'd be a few new viewers. I think that because I had longer hair at that point, it wasn't like the stereotypical femboy / lesbian cut that goes over the around the eyebrow level. You know exactly what haircut I'm talking about, like the floofy. Yeah. So it was like, I don't know, it was past my shoulders at this point. So a lot of new viewers watching my content would assume that I was a trans woman and used she, her. And I really liked that. I was like, damn, that hits different. So then I was like, well, I use any and all pronouns. Except for there's one caveat, which is I have a slight preference for she, her, but I use all of them. And I realized, well, what the fuck do you think that a preferred pronoun is? It's the one that you prefer, right? So maybe I should put the one that I prefer. And then I'm like, hold on a minute. I'm on HRT. I use she or pronouns as a result of having a preference for it. I have dysphoria because I look too masculine. Maybe I am like a woman. Maybe I'm just a woman. Maybe that's the case. So that's sort of me sort of unraveling a lot of the previously existing repression that I had. Also, you look amazing. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Anyways. Calm down, Grandpa. Who, me? Why? Because I'm telling a story? I see how it is. How often do you use the breastfeeding woman emoji? Never. Wait, what? Is that an emoji? I don't think there's a breastfeeding. I don't think there's a breastfeeding emoji, is there? I don't know. Let's see. Hi Femi, how are you? I'm doing alright. Anti-smiley. Fan art is almost done. Oh hell yeah. You are the problem with society, chat. I'm the problem with society. No. No! Are you gonna do FFS in the future? I don't know yet. I don't know yet. There is? Bro, I can't even... I'm gonna be so real. I can't even see that. It's so small on my screen. Hold on, let me zoom in. Bro, I'm gonna be so fucking for real. I can't tell what that is. I'm gonna be... Dude, it's still too small. Am I blind? Oh no, maybe that it... Is that circle their head? Wait. And then this is... they're obviously holding a baby... I don't know. I don't know, maybe... yeah, I guess because the... Yeah, I guess that is. I didn't know that was a thing. That's fucking... stupid as shit. I don't know why that needs to be an emoji. I didn't know that existed. You know? I thought that I knew everything. You know, I had all the I thought that the funniest emoji was the to send people was the pregnant man emoji. Or not send to people, but like react to their images on Discord with. They get very upsetty spaghetti. I found it by searching breastfeeding. Oh. Damn. Femi has the best Trump impression. We need to make cock and ball torture great again. My name is Donald J. Trump, and I love cock and ball torture. Don't release the Epstein files. I'm not on the list. I swear I'm not a pedophile. I just have the same taste in young women as Epstein. Yo, thank you, Swizlistic, for the $10, you beautiful fucking bastard. Saying, thank you for sharing and being raw. I'm sorry that in today's day, I'm sorry that in today's day and age, we have such judgmental people. I agree with you on your comments about sex workers as well. Yeah. Hell yeah. Give Femyoz more money? I agree. Not to be mean, but this impression makes my gawk hurt. Yo, that's crazy. CBT is based? Oh, yeah. My name is Donald J. Trump, and I love cock and ball torture. Alright. I made sure that all of the children in the changing room at the beauty pageant that I walked into while they were changing performed lots of cock and ball torture on me. It was great. It was phenomenal. It was spectacular. Jeffrey Epstein was there. He was my best friend. I feel like that's like Trump if he said the quiet part out loud. You know. I'm so convinced. It's so good I'm convinced this is an AI video. Yeah. As good as it gets. True. Hello, Limer. Let's see. Having a lack of understanding on this perspective and asking questions about it as equals transphobia? No, that's not what they said. What the fuck are you talking about? They said that they're sorry that I have to deal with judgmental people. They're not referring to the people asking questions. They're referring to the people that call me slurs. Right? Doesn't mean that, like, just because I don't respond to them doesn't mean that they're not there. They just get banned by the mods. Anyways. If I dyed my hair, what color should I dye it? I don't know. I guess that really depends on your preferences. Like, what colors do you like? What do you think would look good on you, etc. What colors do you normally wear? Femi, what's your skincare routine? Asking for tips, Subu. Yeah, so basically I wash my face with, I don't know. I think it's like this fucking, I think right now I'm using like a, I don't know what it's called. It's like some fucking, I think it's actually like some Walgreens off-brand, um, moisturizing cleanser. I don't know. Some shit like that. Um, and then I use, and then after like every day after I shower, I use this, um, whatchamacallit, nighttime exfoliator from CeraVe. I, I use it in the daytime because I'm a contrarian. Um, unless I shower at night, in which case I'm not a contrarian. But I will be a contrarian when I use the day cream after the shower as well, if I shower at night instead of the day. So, yeah, I use like it's like a CeraVe day cream with like retinol and sunscreen protection, some shit like that. It's pretty good. Um, anyways. You very helpful, Femi. Let's go. I'm glad I could be of service, of help. If you stay up all night, it's still day cream. You know, you've got a point. You've got a point. Where the fuck is Lucy's unfiltered ass? Yeah, I have no idea. I have no idea. Do you like Team Fortress 2? I've never played it. I refuse to believe exfoliation does anything. Y'all do that just to feel something because you're dead inside? Nah, that's cap. If that's okay, if you're right about that, then why does my skin look so clear? Hmm? Hmm? Whatever happened to Rai? I don't know. I haven't seen her in a while. Nope, she's doing okay. I should probably DM her and ask her how she's doing. I fucked up your hair? Wait, how so? Anyways. I was talking about another person. I don't agree with your ideology, but I do agree that it's unkind to refer to you with slurs. Okay, well, hold on. What's my ideology? Because if you think that trans people shouldn't be allowed to exist, or whatever, or you think we shouldn't be allowed to transition, or like you're just like not gonna respect trans people's pronouns, then I think it's like reasonable to like say that you're transphobic. You don't accept trans people, right? Now, if there's like some other shit that you disagree with me on, like I don't know, or that you supposedly disagree, like I don't know, like if you like if say for instance you're like if you have like a more conservative view on like the trans sports thing, like I get that, right? I might not necessarily agree with it, but like I understand that. Like I wouldn't call somebody like transphobic just for that, right? Does that make sense? Right? I just say you have like a wrong belief at that point. Um, but like rejecting the notion that trans people even exist, I'd say that's pretty transphobic. Um, I'm horrible with pronouns and I feel like shit for it. Don't honestly. Like as long as you're like here's the thing, and here's what I tell everybody. Um, like here's what I tell every cis person, right? Basically, just as long as you're trying your best, as long as you're making a good faith effort, you're fine. Okay, it's okay. All right. Yeah, maybe there's like one trans person out there that's gonna get like super upsetty spaghetti over it, but like that, I feel like I don't want to say that's on them because they probably deal with a lot of shit, but it's not on you. Um, I do my best to try gender neutral pronouns, but I do slip at times. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I use she, her, and they, them pronouns. Basically, as long as you don't call me he, you're good. But yeah, no, I get what you mean. Um, how do you think they should handle sports? I think that there are two positions that are logically justifiable that you could hold, okay? One of them is that who doesn't get to participate in women's sports should be based on and this would be like the more conservative, I guess, position that I'd be willing to accept. It should be on the basis of whether or not you've gone through male puberty, right? Meaning that if somebody is a young shit trans woman, okay, if they you know, don't go through much of male puberty, if right, they go on hormone blockers and then HRT, right? They never really got any of the, you know, any of the what would seem to be the advantages that they would otherwise get from like male puberty, right? Conversely, you would also have to concede that like if somebody is like if somebody was female to male, but they're like a detransitioner and now they just identify as a woman, you'd have to say that, okay, they also are never allowed to participate in women's sports ever again, right? If that's a position that you hold, I think that's fine. It's logically consistent. It's not discriminatory, right? The other position that I'm willing to accept is, yeah, just let them into the sports. And that's the one that I lean more towards, simply because like I haven't seen any objective or measurable harm from allowing trans women to participate in women's sports. Like they've been allowed to participate in the Olympics from 2003 to what, 2025? I think Trump might have like changed that. I don't know. Either way, I have no idea, honestly. I don't keep up with like the trans sports discourse. I've done enough research to the point where it's like, yeah, I don't give a fuck about this. Personally, I don't give a fuck. Yeah, and that's my position, is I don't give a fuck. But I like, if I had to choose a position, like I guess I'd choose the latter position that I explained. And you could disagree with that, right? But just let them in is good for sports normally. Professional sports is just where you want the requirement. Yeah, I'm speaking strictly about professional sports right now. If we're talking about just like high school sports or even college sport, who gives a fuck? Literally, who gives a shit? Like, I'm sorry, I don't care. I don't like. There is no reason. Like, there is no reason. There is no justifiable reason. It's like, ah, yes, for like the 3 trans girls in high school in the country that participated in, you know, the girls' sports. They're on the girls' team. Oh, holy shit, they're destroying sports. Like, holy shit. Like, shut the fuck up. You are a snowflake if you think that. I feel like a separate league for trans men and women wouldn't be an awful option. No, it would, because, I mean, how many trans people are there realistically? Right? Like, because you'd have to have 2 separate leagues, right? Because the trans men, in virtue of the fact that they are injecting themselves with testosterone, would have a huge advantage over trans women who are injecting themselves with estrogen and suppressing their testosterone, right? Like, the average trans guy is a lot fucking stronger than me, I can tell you that, okay? Hog, I'm scared of Pooners TVH. I don't think they're that scary. I think that, I mean, they are men, so, and men are scary, so they're a little bit scary, because men are a little bit scary, but other than that, I don't know. They're less likely to hate crime me, though. What's it? Basically, 4chan brain rot term for trans man. If you're like a 4tranner specifically, then you'll know what that is. I'm a misandrist to all men, don't worry. All right, based. Let's go. Me personally, I'm like I'm actually both misandrist and misogynistic, okay? I just hate everybody except for non-binary people. Essentially. Should I send the fan art to the server or to you directly? Server works. Feel free. I think we have like an art section. Not exclusively for fan art, but it can include fan art. I gotta open Discord. You know? I gotta open Discord. I gotta Yeah, I got a Discord server. It's invite only. I invite people that have been around for a while. You know? But yeah. I'll meow 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 meow. Meow meow meow. Alright. Yeah, there's like an art section under the community text channels. So yeah, just put it there. In femtards. And let me know when you do. Okay. Okie dokie. Completely fair. Yeah. It's mainly just because, like, I don't know. We need to have, like, some standard of, like, who does and doesn't get into the server, right? Otherwise, it's just going to become, like, a fucking cesspit, all right? It's going to be, like, so ass. You know what I mean? Have a nice day. You too. You too, Derek. Trans men should be disqualified from participating in women's sports because taking testosterone is comparable to doping. Well, no, it should be on the basis of the fact that they have... It's not that it's comparable to doping, it's that they have testosterone in their system. Like, if somebody has, like, really low testosterone, like if cis guy has, like, absurdly low levels, right? Like, is it wrong for them to, like, take testosterone to do TRT in order to make their levels normal? Like, would you say they have an unfair advantage? No, because they have the same testosterone level as fucking everybody else, right? Because otherwise they'd be at a disadvantage. The same logic applies, right? So the reason that trans men should be disqualified from women's sports, because then they do have an unfair advantage. They don't in men's sports, right? Because they got the same fucking testosterone. Actually, a lot of trans guys might have more testosterone. You know, who knows? 17-year-old male, I'm questioning if I'm trans. Asking questions is always good. Make sure to do that. Yes. Sorry, this is taking so long. Can you at me in the server? What's your Discord? I forgot. I can't find it. I don't even remember what your Discord is. So I can't at you. I have no idea. Okay, at star. Bro, what? Are you in the server? Are you sure you have... Are you sure you're in my Discord? Are you in the old Discord? Hold on. Wait. Add a friend. Wait, I'm already friends with you. Okay. Okay, mutual servers. Yeah, you are in it. Oh, that's weird. Okay, why isn't it letting me at you? Hold on. What? Are you like not verified? No. Wait, there's one person who isn't verified. No mutual. Wait, this person has no mutual. Okay, I did invite that person. Okay. That's a different person. Okay, that's weird. Wait. Wait, why can I at you in here? Okay, I added you in general. Don't send it in general, though. That's really weird. Send it in art. Dude, why can't I at you in art? Did you not have access to the art channel? It should be the 5th channel. It should be below philosophy, which is below politics, which is below media, which is below general, which is where I added you. Okay. That's so weird. I don't think I've ever... Oh, wait, art is 18 plus verified? Wait, why is that 18 plus only? This isn't NSFW. Wait, let me make sure that there's nothing, like, before I, like... Oh, that's weird. Just put it in general for now. I'll figure this out. That's really weird. That's strange. There should be like a... Yeah, there's like 18 plus channels for that. For like anything that's like not safe for work. That's like behind like ID verification. That's like really weird. I don't know why. Because these are just the community text channels. These are all required to be safe for work anyway, so... Or at least I require them to be. Yo! Let's fucking go! Dude, I'm blue. I'm like a Smurf. Dude, Femyoz as a Smurf? Oh my god. That is what I would look like if I was blue. If you really think about it. You know? So now if you ever wondered what I would look like if I was a Smurf or part of the Blue Man's group, here you go. Here you go. W art indeed. Thank you very much. Very much appreciated. Alright, I'll give you Smurfios. Wait, Owen, how old are you before I give you mod? Because I try to only give mod to people that are adults. I don't do like ID verification or whatever for it, but like, I don't know. It was bad because I couldn't find my watercolor paper. 16. I don't know if that's the best idea then. I don't know. I don't really think that it would be a problem, but like, I feel like, nah, I don't know. Big stretch, yeah. I don't know. I guess like YouTube moderator isn't like a huge deal. I'd have to wait, do YouTube okay, if I do like an age restricted stream, moderators with um just like I've done a few of those. Even if you're mod, you won't be able to watch it unless at least your account says you're 18, right? Because like that's one major deciding factor. I want to make fan art. I'm gonna make fan art. Oh hell yeah! Using Chrome in 2025, as opposed to what? What fucking retard? Let me guess. You use some stupid like you. Let me guess. You use Linux. All right. You wear stripy socks. You have bisexual lighting in your room, and that's the only lighting you need. You don't like use the ceiling light or anything like that because that shit's for pussies. All right. You only use the bisexual lighting. And they use Tor. I don't think anyone actually. I don't think that people exclusively use Tor. I don't think that those people are real. That's not a thing. No one is exclusively using Tor as their main browser. I want to remake that once I can find my watercolor paper so it won't look like shit. I think it looks fine. It would be too slow. I haven't verified my age, so I don't think... Okay, for an 18 plus stream, there's not age verification. It's not ID verification. Like, it's just YouTube's built-in making it 18 plus feature. Like, are some people gonna watch it when they shouldn't? Yeah, obviously. I feel like that's not really on me though. Like, I'm gonna be real. Nothing I can really do about the reason that the Discord server specifically has ID verification for the, well, not the Discord server itself, but all of the 18 plus channels require ID verification. And the reason for that is because I just don't want someone who's a minor to send their nudes after lying about their age. Does that make sense? That's what ID verification is for, essentially. Right? Because that's some serious shit, right? And I don't want to deal with that. I'd rather just manually verify people's IDs. Just wait until MasterCard and Visa force all 18 plus streams to be banned soon since they love purity. Yeah, I heard some shit about that. I need to look into that. It's probably going to give me content where I make fun of that for being stupid. Anyways. I use Opera GX. Wait, what browser does UUA use? What fucking I don't think we've gotten a response. We have no idea. Dude, imagine that their browser is Microsoft Edge. Dude, imagine they have an old ass computer, they use fucking Internet Explorer. Opera GX is like Google Chrome but slower. It's like Google Chrome but it lags more. I don't know, at least in my experience. Well, Chrome, dude, why do y'all hate on Google Chrome? Netscape Navigator. Bro, people that are anti Google Chrome are just saying that to be contrarian. Like, you're literally just trying to be contrarian. All right? Cause Edge, yeah, you're just contrarian. You're just contrarian. For Chrome TBH, yeah, me too. Fem, you're blind. What? How am I blind? I'm so confused. I'm not blind. You're blind. The contrarian is calling people contrarian. Okay, I'm not contrarian for the sake of being contrarian. All right, that's the difference. All right, when I'm contrarian, I have a logical justification for it. I'm anti-Chrome now that Manifest v3 is. What the fuck is Manifest v3? I don't know what Manifest v3 is. What the fuck is that? You're not contrarian then? But you called me contrarian. I'm contrarian sometimes. A little bit. But only when it's like funny to be. Makes ad blockers unusable. Oh shit, I have YouTube Premium now. But I actually there's actually I think if you just get uBlock Origin Lite, that'll fix the problem, honestly. Because that's what I've done. Because like I was like, getting a fuck ton of pop-ups on like, I don't know, like movie pirating sites and shit like that. And I'm like, ooh, fuck that shit. So then I was like, how to mitigate that, and now I just uBlock Origin Lite is basically the same thing. But yeah. I agree, but at least Edge works. What? How does it, like, explain to me, how does Google Chrome not work? Download a virus? Yeah, I'll do that right now. Don't you worry. It just works. That's just like a circular answer. It works because it works. But yeah, thanks for that one. Pi ad blocker is the best I've found. All of this just works. Everyone's tired. I start to be angry. What do you main in Smash Bros? King DDD. According to other people, my playstyle is very annoying. Which, you know, I mean, that adds up. Definitely adds up. Smash Bros, if you insist. Also, I think I just bricked my Raspberry Pi. Oh no. That sucks. Ooh, I main chic. I did juggle you. What? You juggle me. You think? No, you wouldn't. I don't know if I've fought somebody that means that before. Bro, I swear to God, all the people I played against would like main some fucking anime character or some shit. I like started out by maining Kirby, and then I realized that King Dedede is like Kirby but more annoying. So then I switched to King Dedede. Yeah. Hold up, then I have online. Bro, I haven't played Smash in ages. Also, I don't have a Nintendo Switch. So, there's that. I don't know. Usually, like, the person that had, like, a Nintendo Switch would be, like, better than everyone else. But they would always tell me that, like, I'm really good for someone that, like, never plays. Or that, like, has, like, no experience. Essentially. I don't know. I'd probably be worse now. Because it's like, because, like, it would only take me, like, I don't know, like a few play sessions maybe that are like reasonable in length for me to like get like the basics down. Or like, it would take one to get the basics down, maybe less than that, right? Because I'd have to relearn a bunch of shit because it's been years. It's been years since I played. Kirby is mad annoying. The only annoying thing about DDD is that fucking projectile. Oh, yeah. Yeah, let's just say that I consistently I spammed the fuck out of that projectile, right? I figured out how to like time it perfectly so that like it hits the other player like basically no matter what. It was like very difficult to dodge because there would just be so many of the spiky balls. But yeah, bro, I swear to God, it's so good. It's so good. Which is interesting. I thought I would have been more of like a melee combat motherfucker. You know what I mean? Because like I'm like a Minecraft PvPer, you know, so that's like, and I specifically do melee combat. I don't know how to, I mean, I know how to use a bow, but like compared to my ability to use a sword in Minecraft, I'm fucking dog shit with a bow and arrow. Are you fucking kidding me? Like I'm like the most average motherfucker. When it comes to that. But yeah. Give me Ike or Marth and I'll always win. Oh yeah. Except if you go against me, because I also always win, and I always win even more. So, but yeah, I think I'm known in every game that I play for having a kind of annoying play style. Like in Minecraft, people get mad at me for crit spamming and S holding, and it's like, well, it works, and it's like they don't say it, but it's like you know they're thinking like, yeah, that's why it's annoying, is because it works. Uh, like it basically cancels out the effectiveness of their strategy. Femi, what's your opinion on Elon Musk? I think he should do more ketamine. I don't think he's doing enough. I don't know. My Shiek is the shit. More specifically, shit. Nah, I'd win. I have Spiky Ball. I'm the better Spiky Ball spammer. Because I also have Spiky Ball. I have many. I have many. I'm just so good at it. Went over your cheese strategy. Nah. Nah, you wouldn't. Alright, my game sense is just too good. Alright, once I play for like 30 minutes, my game sense is gonna be on par with the best. Not really. But you know. What's your most viewers at once? Today it was 570. But we haven't restarted stream in a while, so now it's lower. So yeah. But of all time, it was like 1,000 something. Was it 1,000 or 1,100? I think it was just 1,000. Still, that's like a lot. That's a lot. Femi, how do you do your hair like that? I didn't really do my hair. At least not today. I don't know, I just kind of like that. I just like let it air dry yesterday when I washed it. I didn't really put any product in it. It's cute. Thank you. Your shirt's cute. Thank you. How's your cat doing? She's sleeping on my bed right now. It's very cute. Very cute. Most adorable thing in the world, I swear. Also, I realized my audio is probably a little bit quiet because I'm talking quiet. Let me turn that up. I forgot to do that. Okay. Yes, it is natural. It is natural. What's the kitty's name? Her name is Reese. Yeah. No, she's definitely very cute. Fuck you, straight pair people. You won't get the curly hair suffering. Yeah, but I don't get like the same like floofiness that curly hair people have. Okay, you guys have it easy. Because if I want curly hair, I have to curl it. And I'm too lazy to use a curler. So that means that having curly hair is obviously preferable. So fuck you for having the hair that I want. Yes, my hair is naturally blonde. Just wakes up with good hair. Well, no, I brushed it. Femi, take off the wig. Curly hair is so hard to maintain, TBH. What's cracking? I was about to make a very racist joke. Even for me, okay. I'm not, okay. I almost said something that would be really bad. I don't know. Chat. We have some content we're gonna go over. But first I'm gonna restart stream. Because, you know, we gotta get the boost in the algorithm. I think that, okay, I don't know if I've said this before, but I think that the reason that stream dies after like an hour has nothing to do with like the quality of the content or anything like that, or because the average view duration becomes too low for it to recommend it to new people. I think that the reason why is literally just like a preventative measure, because for those of you who don't know, who haven't scrolled short streams that much or aren't familiar with this format, there were, and probably still are, a lot of channels that would just spam the fuck out of these like 24-hour, like these 24/7 pre-recorded slop streams, right? And some of them would get like 1,000 viewers. So I think this is just to like make it so that like, it's like, I think that the intent is like, no, we want it to be like actual people on their phone, right? And they assume like nobody's gonna stream for more than an hour. Like no actual person does that. But then that fucks over people like me that actually want to do it as like a career potentially. So it's like, okay, fuck you. Yeah, there's a lot of pre-recorded slop streams. Yeah, there's not as many now that you see right away, just because, like, you know, you can't have it for, like, I don't know, maybe there's exceptions to it. I have no idea. Anyways, I'm gonna restart stream. I will see you all in, like, 1 minute or something. Yeah. I think 1 minute sounds about right. Maybe slightly more or less. I don't know. We'll see. All right. See y'all in a minute when I start the stream because I'm restarting. Yeah.